Look at her. See her? What's she doing? What are you chewing on, missus? What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? There's a bunny over here. See her? Look at that. You see this precious animal here? Look at that. Oh my goodness. How adorable, right? Look at this beautiful creature here. She is my favorite bunny. My favorite bunny today. They're both my favorites. Where's my other bunny? He's around here somewhere. You see him? You see this lady here? She's all happy. She's all happy. Look at that nose there. You see that nose on that rabbit? Look at that rabbit nose. You see that rabbit nose right there? Look at that. Look at that rabbit nose. All these people want to see you. Look at that cute little nose. Look at that cute little nose you got on there. Oh, you're adorable. You know that? You're so fluffy. You're so fluffy. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here comes the mister. Mr. Bunny. Mr. Bunny. What are you doing? Oh, there he is. What you doing, Mr. Bunny? What are you doing? You want to give her a kiss? Oh, you're such a good boy. You're such a precious animal. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. They get jealous when I'm petting. See, I pet her. He comes over here. Now, she gets aggressive when she doesn't get attention. I'm just giving it to him. She'll go up and bite him. Yep. They're jealous. They're jealous. The bunnies are jealous. All right, let's get a good green screen with. The screen is frozen. Oh my, what am I going to do here? All right. I'm trying to find a good green screen for today. Spiritual entertainment, I tell you. 7 days a week, I am here. Oh my. What about this pentangle here? I think that might be. Oh, is that perfect? What do you think about that one? Do you like that one? It's got the moon in the background there. What do you think? Do you like this one? What is the consensus? What is the consensus? Oh, man, I'm getting stuck in my chair. Shit. Don't you hate it when your cloak gets wrapped up around you? Like, what are you going to do now? Your cloak's all wrapped up around you. Let me put my phone in here. Yeah. Oh, man, it's like stuck. Get in there, phone. I got the stand where you got to, like, shove the phone in there so it sticks right. Let me turn my music up just a tad here because it's kind of low. Got to have that Oblivion sound effect, right, in the background. And plugging in the phone now. You like this one? You like this pentangle? All right. We'll keep it in the background here. Shit, I'm trying to get my phone plugged in here. Spiritual entertainment. 7 days a week I am here. Oh, here I come. Oh, here he come, yo. Here they come, the black sheep. Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. When it goes off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Back on the scene, crispy and clean. The bard is here to intervene for your entertainment leisure, my friends. Once again, dropping bars for you. Now hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise out of the dewy grass. Night has worn and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while without turn away. Starry floor, the watery shore is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you. It is I, your bard, spiritual entertainer. 7 days a week I am here. And don't forget to touch the like button as you come in. Help a bard out. It's right up there. You see it? Oh my, look at it. It's just sitting up there waiting for you to touch it. Help a bard out. Yes, I do this every day, my friends. I am here for your entertainment leisure. Not in the Grove this morning. It's been too terribly hot here. And I don't have enough supplies to go out there. I mean, when you go out there days like this, I mean, I have to have like 5 bottles of water. I mean, it's terrible out there. I enjoy going out there. I mean, it's like going out into a sauna right now. Maybe next week. It's just really terrible right now out there. And it's miserable and you're getting eaten up by bugs and shit and just sweating to death. Yeah. Oh Lord, Lapis, what are we going to do? Oh, help us. Oh, what a child. Vixen, the servant of Anubis, is here. Good to see you, my friend. And Trinity, Ivy Moon. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure in the morning time. And who else is here? Art Van. Oh my, Art Van Delay. Good to see you. Art Van Delay. Good to have you here. And Shelton Dane. Oh my, Shelton Dane. All these wonderful people. I could be Gandalf. I could be, right? You don't go on days like that. You should stay inside in the air conditioning. Yeah. You love me. Being Bizzle loves me. Oh my, I got lovers. All of my lovers are here. I got to turn down the Oblivion music. It's too loud. I got lovers up in here. Look at that. Oh my, everyone loves the bard. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Oh, you going to sing it for us? My good bard, does that look infected to you? Your penis, yes. It's all swollen. Yeah, there's something wrong with it. Yeah. Grown man, by the way. Well, good for you. I'm glad your balls dropped finally. I was waiting for that, Jacob. It's about goddamn time. Lord Bammy blesses you, Tracy, as well. We can't forget. Every week we have different deities that we honor, right? Now, some of you pagan folk out there, you are sorry. You only worship certain types of gods. We worship all gods here. We are true pagans. Doesn't matter what universe it comes from. Could be Marvel, DC, the Forgotten Realms. It doesn't matter. Disney. We will worship it. You pagan people, you stay with certain deities, and that's it. Now, we do paganism right. All gods, not just a few that we like. All gods we worship, not just a few. That's paganism, right? You cast invisibility spell on yourself. I still can't, I couldn't see your penis to begin with. I mean, you don't have to use magic on it. That doesn't work as an excuse. Yeah. Daniel Bailey Sports Highlight, good to see you here for your entertainment leisure. Good to have you here, my friends. Now, tomorrow morning, the show's going to be a bit later, and we'll have to get used to that. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, and but school's coming, and I have to drive my kids to school and shit, right? Got to get them out of my mother's basement here. We got a whole family down here in my mother's basement. T.W. Culbertson, good to see you for your entertainment leisure. The forest under the moon looks mystical. Do you see it? Oh my, the mystical area, right? How much wood does a woodchuck make love to? I don't know. I don't keep up with these perversions of millennials. The millennial perverts out there, right? With all their strange behavior. $200, give it to me. Bestiality Man is in the chat. Miss Bestiality Man. Good to have you here. And don't forget to bring a towel. Very important. Satan is an angel. They don't have free will. Yeah, see this problem that you have this philosophical belief system of free will. It does not exist. We know from science that we don't have free will. We have free choice. That's different. Free choice is different. Like I could choose to drop my pants right now, right? If I wanted to. But beyond your free choice is this idea of free will. The will has never been free since you've been born. You've always been compelled by your sociology or psychology, the decisions that have been made for you, the religions that you've been introduced to, the culture and environment. These all affect how your will is driven. You cannot escape that, right? So this idea that people telling you have free will is really an illusion.
You have free choice, but you do not have the freedom of your will, because your will is always being influenced by other factors. Now, people that enter into spiritual maturity, they can recognize that. You recognize that you make decisions based on the information that has been downloaded into your head, right? You are driven to make certain. You ever see these people that, for instance, have grown up in a highly political atmosphere and political, religious atmosphere? Look at how they act. I mean, they act very irrational, right? Trying to push their beliefs and ideologies. Uh, that's all they've known. And their will is not free from that influence, that culture that drives them to make terrible, terrible choices in terms of loving their neighbors and enemies. Yeah. Am I a witch? No, I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. That is what I am. I'm not a witch. I practice druidry, is my thing. Witches are my neighbors, right? We love our witchy friends here. Super Scott is here. Good to see you, my friend, the Super Scott. You can't spell Jesus without letters? Yeah, don't tell my neighbor. He hates it when I call him Jesus all the time. He's like, shut up. It's Jesus, damn it. I'm like, no, you're Jesus to me, always. That's how your name is spelled. Yeah, and he's a Christian fundamentalist, so he hates being called Jesus. Yep. You're not saying there's anything wrong with being a bitch, by the way. I was asking because I'm interested in witchcraft. Yeah, the problems I have with witchcraft. Not all witches. There's plenty of diversity in witchcraft today. Now, my problem is what you find in Wicca, transactional worship, transactional deities. Like you do certain services for them, they do that to you. That's prostitution to me. I'm against that 100%. I think that is a great evil in our world today that you find in a lot of religions like Christianity. You have to appease the God. You have to worship every Sunday. You have to keep these rules, and then the God will be your God, right? You follow these commands, I will be your God, and you shall be my people. I think that is a terrible, terrible religion when people have to do things for deities, right? You are free to choose what you cannot and cannot do, right? Yeah, freedom of choice is what we have. Freedom of will, not so much, right? You know, I've been influenced in my life growing up by various ideas and experiences in my culture, which makes me choose certain modes of approaching things in life, right? And this is common to all of us. We do not have freedom of will. The will is something that is shaped. And when you get older, you can input into this experience of yourself where you could repurpose and re-guide your will, knowing that it's been enslaved to all these survival experiences and ideologies that we've had, growing up. Carl Jung was right. Once you get into your 40s, you start realizing uh, that you can be free. You start living and making appropriate choices that you could not make before because you knew that you had all of these influences in your life, right? Loch Ness, good morning to you. I saw you yesterday out in my backyard in the swamp, the Loch Ness monster. Yeah. Do churches not pay taxes? I don't give a shit. Uh, that's a misunderstanding, Bart. What is a misunderstanding? What are you misunderstanding here? Are you talking about witchcraft? I think I'm very familiar with it. I've known these people all around me. In my Druid circle, we have former Wiccans. They say, yeah, that's how it was, right? Not all witchcraft is the same, but there are elements in it that are transactional based. They use Hecate, for instance, as their prostitute. Hecate, I'll do this for you. She's not a prostitute. She's the divine Sophia, the goddess of the air, the earth, and the sea, the goddess of the crossroads. She's a being of benevolence and purpose and has feelings and emotions. It is not an object. She is a person that seeks devotion and love, family, and you cannot get to that point where I'll do this for you and you will do this for me. And as soon as you don't serve those needs, I will go on to a different deity. The idea of working with deities is, for the most part, from what I've seen in paganism, is nothing but pimping them out, right? You serve the ones you like because they do certain things for you, right? Um, and that's unfortunate, right? That's how our ancestors did things, and they were wrong. You should be loving your deities, letting them work with you, not because you're doing anything for them, but that's their purpose. They enjoy doing it. They enjoy making you great because that's what parents do. They enjoy making their children great. You're not going to have a maternal relationship with the goddess as long as you're trying to get stuff from her. That is infantile behavior. Where are we at? When your hood tells you to kill people, you have to leave him and look for another god. I don't know what that means. You've never met a Wiccan? No, they're one of the most popular forms of paganism in the world. Good to see you, Lady Rose. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Damn, this music sucks. It just won't get to that right place. Can you hear it? Can you hear the music? Am I gay? Yes. I'm a gay Jewish sorcerer. At your disposal here. Why do you want to go up on? Are you looking to go out on a date? Is that why you're like? I hope he's gay. We could go out on a date together. Oh yeah, let's do it. Hit me up on Grindr, Fred. Let's see. You know, a girl runs a 12-step Wicca recovery meeting. Yeah, there's lots of these beautiful pagan recovery meetings, right? That our friend Trinity Ivy Moon has introduced us to, right? Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in Wicca, and just like any other religion, right? But not everything that people do in it is good. Yeah. Loud and clear. Oh, the Hebrew hammer operators here. Good morning, my gay friend. Good to have you here for your homosexuality in the morning. Yeah. Is that vitamin water? Yes, it is. There's vitamin B in it, right? My vitamin B levels are always off the chart when I get my annual checkup from my doctor, right? You got to do that like every year. You have to, when you're old, the doctor's like, oh, it's time to go up your ass. Let's take a look up there. You know, I'm like, are you doing this for pleasure, or is this really something you're concerned about? Right? Just think about all the doctors when you turn 45. It's time to go up your ass. I'm like, I avoided it. You know, I'm 50 now, and I was able to get out of it. Anthony Goodley is here. Good to see you, our good friend. Good to have you here. Is that a Jewish star, David? Yes. I'm a gay Jewish sorcerer. It's all, you're right. Yeah. You're having a scat party? Look at you. Can I bless the event? Yeah, you're not being serious. Good morning, Mr. Safety. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Spiritual entertainment, 7 days a week here. I sound Welsh, no, my ancestors are. My accent's Waterdavian. My ancestors were Welsh. But I am far, far removed in terms of being there. With it, what the hell is going on YouTube Lives? Madness. Your favorite madness. That's what's happening. We are all losing our damn minds. It must be the water we're drinking. You know, that the government is putting shit in it, right? It's driving people mad. And like, I want to have a normal midlife crisis. Why am I turning into a madman, right? What is going on here? It must be the water, right? That's what I remember my dentist is like, why do you have 8 children? It must be something in the water. I'm like, yeah, the water gets me really horny. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, you think rephrase? I like Gladiator too. It was good. I wish they didn't take out the gay kiss out of it. I thought that was stupid. I've always wanted to see Denzel in his true form, right? Kissing that other man, Denzel Washington. right? He's a good Christian man, isn't he? I wish they didn't take that part out. I thought that was dumb. Yeah. Do you pray to ancient Israelite gods then? Nope. The idea of deity is something that I don't feel I have to reach out to. It's something I experience in my life. Used to be a great director. Yeah, I don't know. I liked Gladiator too. I thought it was fun. Wasn't as good as the first one, right? Um, I make you happy. Yeah, I'm a great lover, ain't I, George? Right? I make a lot of people happy. As long as you're paying me. Don't forget, my friends, like and subscribe. There's a like button at the top, and go to the join button. We have fun in our community. We do all kinds of stuff together. Like later on today, I canceled my Baldur's Gate 3 game because I just don't have the ability to do all these activities during the week. I lost my voice last week. But my wife's boyfriend's taking her out on the town today, so I'm going to be playing some games. There's been a few things mentioned on my Discord server what to play. Phasmophobia was one. I've never played that before, so I don't know. Do I know Morgan Freeman? Yes, he's my lover. Yeah. Let's see here. You are Catholic. Good for you. Good for you. How's the guilt and shame going? You enjoy it? Yeah. Guardians of the Beather Book, Barbateer of Feather, the book together. Pizza, pizza on pizza, pizza. Good to see you, Mr. Pizza. Good to have you here. It's a good game, Phasmophobia. It is a good game. Yeah, I've never played it before, but one of my community members, let's do this later on today. So we'll see. Maybe that will be it. We played 7 Days to Die yesterday, and that was fun. Now, we had some interesting experiences with the zombies yesterday. I was trying to convert them, right? I was trying to bring them. You have all these Christians going to game servers, trying to save the souls of people in there. Well, I took that shit seriously. I went to 7 Days to Die. And I on there, I pretend to be a Christian and try to save people, right? It's no different what they're doing. I mean, they're really pretending too, right? I mean, who goes on video game servers to save your soul? Only deluded people do stuff like that, right? Can I join the cult? Yes, like and subscribe. We have the best kind of cult going on here 7 days a week, my friends. Why does this music suck? I cannot hear it. It's so damn low. Can you hear that shit? Can you hear it? Hello, brother. How art thou? Good. Haley. Good to see you. How Lily D's. Yes. How to Train Your Jesus the Dragon. Yeah, how do you do that? Right? Is that what you name you have a Spanish dragon named Jesus? Look at you. You can hear it? Good. You can hear that shit? Good. Is it too loud or is it at the right pace right now? My favorite fish is here. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness, here. Yeah, don't forget, my friends, I do this shit every day. Comedy and spirituality for you. Like button right up there. My comedy comes out of the moment. My spirituality is druidry, earth-based spirituality. And everything that we do on here, we have a good time, right? Every day. So don't forget to hit that like button. So I'm going to be here for 90 more minutes, giving you the finest in spiritual entertainment on the internet. Yeah, you actually like Elton John's music. Well, so do I. He's like a hero, right? He is the classic. They don't make music like that anymore, right? They don't make music like that anymore. Now, I have no problem with modernizing music. I listen to electronic dance music, for instance. I don't have any problem with it at all. But there's something magical when you start going back in time. Let's say the the 90s, and then you start going back. The music is much different than it is today. There's something magical about it. The creativity of these people is something that we're never going to see again. And that, like listening to Led Zeppelin, for instance, something magical takes place, right? You are taken to a place. People listen to this shit over and over and over again. I mean, modern music, not so much, right? There's really nothing that has been standing out for the ages, right? So there's something much different. I mean, when you go back to the 90s, when you had these unique movements of what they called the grunge music, right? Like Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, all kinds of beautiful music during that time period. And then you had the rap music really coming to a rise, with grassroots movement like Cypress Hill, right? That really captured the attention of the world, which led to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and the Gang, right? And Ice Cube, all of that stuff during that time period. There's nothing like that you see today. And you go back in the 80s with all of the wonderful retro music of that time period going to the 70s. There's nothing like that today. The music of that time period was magical, right? The height of creativity. Pearl Jam were from Seattle. Yeah, they were. Yeah. Eddie Vedder is the only living representative of that movement of music. They've all died. They're all dead. All of these great performers, all of these great artists, they're all gone, right? Eddie Vedder is all that's left, right? When we need to protect Eddie. Protect Eddie. Don't leave us, Eddie. We need you in the world. You're a great entertainer. What is the future? You're going to get erectile dysfunction when you're in 40s. That's your future. One of the first CDs you own when transitioning from tapes, yeah, Cypress Hill. I mean, they had really beautiful music that represented, what it was like in Western California, right? In that California sound during that time period, right? Their rap music wasn't just about reefer. I mean, that was a big part of it, right? But they talked about the violence in their communities and things. Sawed off shotgun, hand on the pump. You remember that one, right? Kurt Cobain, yeah, he was a great, wonderful musician. Now, the problem with musicians and artists that have great power and talent is their muse torments them, right? These are all people that have severe depression. And this is a common thing that you see. They all end their lives at a certain period of time. They're not, I don't know them personally, and I'm speaking from like Carl Jung's understanding of the muse. The muse does torment you. The muse torments you to make you great, right? Because out of all that darkness comes creativity, right? Carl Jung said depression is your teacher. It is your friend. It's not something you should run from. It's not something you should always be getting high to not. It's trying to talk to you. If you've noticed, if you struggle with depression, I have for many years, it's still there after you're high, right? It's still there after you take your pills, right? It's still there. It's not going anywhere. It wants to talk to you, right? And if you are willing, now I'm no doctor, so don't take this as medical advice. This is spiritual advice. This is based on Carl Jung, the great analytical psychologist, that if you're willing to have a conversation with it, you could find great creativity there, right? All of our greatest artists, they have this darkness that they have to deal with. And the darkness can drive you. It can teach you. It can guide you. It's not bad. It's part of your humanity. These moments of melancholy, they are part of you, right? And it's terrible to experience it, right? It's terrible to experience it. I hate experiencing it. I really do. But I understand that it is not the end of the world, that it can be a teacher and a guide. Oh, sorry. Girl, Jamie, good to see you, our good friend. I hope you're doing well. And Ashley, our good friends here. The goblins are here, of course. Carl Jung was Austrian. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He was Swedish. Was he Swedish? I think. I think he was Swedish. I think his father was like a Lutheran pastor or something. I can't remember. It's been a long time. Sounds like you're speaking from experience. Yes, I've suffered from depression most of my life. I'm 50 years old, 25 years at least in depression. I've had terrible, terrible experiences in dealing with my darkness. And now I understand it in a different context, that it was trying to help me. It was trying I mean, there's always reasons to be depressed, right? And when the darkness comes, it is a time of reflection. It is a time to put on my creativity and work towards a new revelation of life in its finest forms. It's hard to get to these great experiences if you don't have something pushing it, if there's no power behind it. That darkness is a great creativity, that dark energy. It's not bad. I mean, feeling it is terrible, but it certainly can help you to be creative. Michael Jackson is here. Good to see you, Michael. Oh, Trinity ran you off. Oh, no. Our good friend Trinity. Oh, my. Carl Jung was Swiss. Yeah, I thought he was. Thank you, Jimmy Jam Jam. The Trinity pineapple ham on bacon on pizza. Oh, no. Don't overanalyze and become Stephen Wolf. What was the song he did, right? What was the song he did? Something deep. Was it Iron Butterfly? I can't remember. No, depression doesn't always come with reason. It can come from chemical imbalance. Yeah, certainly. Yeah, it certainly can come from chemical imbalance, right? But even people with chemical imbalance can draw power from it and become great, right? You can't let your karma dictate your destiny. Yeah, you can certainly turn it around and use it to become great, right? If someone chopped off all my body parts and all that is left is of my head, I'm going to be quite depressed. My chemicals will be quite imbalanced. And in that great darkness, I have a decision to make. Am I going to let my circumstances dictate who I am and what my destiny is going to be? Or am I going to seize the moment and become great? We have to stop making excuses for ourselves, right? Everyone has a destiny. Everyone has a purpose. And your circumstances don't have to keep you from it. Your karma does not. You have to learn to ride your karma, as the great Sadhguru once said, right? Oh, let's see here. They're trying to heal and then they're spewing hatred on you. Then they shouldn't be here. Yeah. You don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. I'm just an entertainer. There's nothing that I say that you're obligated to hold. I'm not a teacher. I am an entertainer, nothing more, nothing less. Stephen Wolf was the Punisher. I can't remember. You're watching a different Steve. People started making fun of the creator. So I needed better vibes. Yeah. Well, that's terrible. That's terrible, right? This steam has immaculate vibes. Yeah. It's perfection in its finest form. Spiritual entertainment, comedy and spirituality together, right? It's always good vibes and love here. You're welcome. I do that. Don't forget to hit the like button, right, friends, as you come in. Good vibes and love every day, right? Experience is simply the name we give our mistakes. You see that? You understand that, Buckham? Yeah. You were crazy once and they put a round rubber room and told me to sit in the corner. I'm sorry that you had to experience that. That's terrible, right? That's terrible how we treat people going through hard times, right? We treat them as objects, a nuisance, a burden, right? That is something we all experience. I mean, I have three children who struggle with disabilities, all mental disabilities, right? I have two sons with severe autism, and you know, it's great. It's a great difficulty and challenging, right? To continue to love them because of the experience that you have every day. Love is a choice. It really is. Unconditional love is what you're supposed to be doing as a parent, right? And learning to do that unconditional love all is birthed out of tragedies and experiences and reasons why you should walk away. That's what makes unconditional love powerful and real. When you stay, when you're faithful, when you stand by your friend, your lover, your brother or sister, whoever, right? When you are that person, you don't get anything out of it. You stand by. You are there, right? That's what we're called to do. And you don't get there by just reading a self-help book or something. You get there through these difficult things that come to your life. That is your teacher, right? That is the mystery, right? See here. Where am I? You have a display. It's called, you have a micro penis, Reggie? I'm sorry to hear that. You know they have implants now for that. Job, Satan, and God are homies. Don't care. Don't care about any of that stuff. Humanity without God is a free humanity. Humanity is God. You are opposing a system called Christianity or the Abrahamic faiths. That's what you're opposing. You're not opposing like the classical Greek definition of a monad, of unity, of harmony. Your autistic brother turned 32 yesterday. Well, happy birthday, brother of girl Jamie, right? Happy birthday to you. Is this a witch magic channel? No, this is a witch sex channel. We do witch sex here. We're not into childish witchcraft like Wicca and stuff. We're into witch sex here. Yeah, that's what we do. We do all kinds of witchcraft sex practices. Yeah, different. You ever heard of the Kumasatra for the Hindus? Well, I have created the witchcraft version. And we don't care about all of that magic and mumbo jumbo here. Just different positions. We call it magic. Magic, magic, magic. Oh, you see it? People talk about Satan, but no one talk about Abaddon. Are you talking about the book of Revelations? There's this entity that is locked up, right? That gets released into the world by the God. What a good God. Hey, everybody, I'm going to release a demon on you because I love you. Doesn't that make the God look terrible, right? Now, these things are metaphorical. They're not real. God is not an asshole. Come on. Yeah, silly Christians. It's a witch magic channel, like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon here. Oh, the will of a just man is the will of God himself and the law of nature. Look at you, Ivan. Look at you. You are not separated from divinity. That is a terrible philosophy. Now, you are not divinity in the plentitude, right? Because you're learning, you're growing, you're changing, right? But is that not the nature of divinity? Is that not the beauty of the creativity of the divine imaginations? That it's always in motion, right? Think about that for a moment. The imagination. You have an imagination, right? You dream, right? Your dreams might be terrible at the moment, but there's always good dreams. And think about this process of dreaming. It is not evil. It is not good. It is creativity, right? And that is good. Your creativity, the ability to dream, right? The dreaming does not have a morality to it. It is a function, right? And that is divine. And think about your life as divine creativity, right? That doesn't cancel out evil or good, but creativity is divinity, right? Nat 20 for Trinity, right? Do it do spells? Yeah, I can make you stiff. Yeah. Thank you, Scott, for helping my algorithm. Yeah. Oh, where? Never typos. Your favorite person is here. Oh my goodness, who is that? Yeah. Scott Pilgrim was the drunk. Yeah, I never read any of that stuff. So I'm unfamiliar with that. His movies or whatever, that was back in the early 2000s, right? Mike Saliva is here. Good to see you. Satan is the father of lies. Our Lord and Savior Jesus is the way, the truth. Please turn to Jesus. How do you know I don't have Jesus? Who are you to be judge over my heart? Who gave you that power and authority? Right? Where is Jesus in your life, Emperor? If I were to visit you, would I see Jesus? Or would I see someone who just talks about him? That is the real question, right? Does this guy do curse people for fun? Give me $20 first. Yeah. I don't do it for fun. I do it for a living. Yeah. I know you don't have Jesus because you literally have a pentagon behind you. What does the shape do? Now, you are an ignorant person because you don't know the history of the pentacle. It used to be a Christian church symbol, but modern fundamentalists hijacked it. It was the 5 wounds of Jesus Christ. That's what it used to represent for Christians. It is universal. Just like, fasting, you could be a Hindu, Muslim, and fast. Everyone had a purpose for the pentacle. It is a symbol of sacred geometry. It is powerful, right? And because I have a sacred symbol in the background, I am disqualified from Jesus all of a sudden, right? I thought I was saved by grace through faith, not by works, that one would boast. But you ignore that verse, right? You don't believe in that verse, right? Let's see here. You like the bunnies and turtles? Yeah, we had the bunnies on the beginning of the show here. My adorable, adorable bunnies. Yeah. I follow the teachings of Alphonsus Louis Constant, a.k.a. Ephas Levi. I don't even know who that is. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Let me ask you, do you believe in Satan or the Lord? No. I don't play make-believe here. No, thank you. Not interested. Another weirdo? Yes, I am. Scott is on. Don't even. If you are on here, Scott is a robot created by a Christian church to repeat certain phrases over and over again. Right? Some of these people have a real wicked and evil religion that they think they're supposed to insult people to get you into their churches. Right? That's what Jesus would do. He'd go around insulting people. It's quite sick and evil. I was watching an interesting program yesterday, called Hail Satan. It was on HBO. It was about the Satanic Temple in the United States. It's now worldwide. And it was interesting because these people don't care about a devil. It's all a show. It's all satire. There are people who are sick and tired of the government being run by Christian fundamentalisms. My country should be secular. Any religion should be an option. Any religion should be, for instance, I should be able to put a copy of the Bhagavad Gita up next to the 10 Commandments at the courthouses, right? But it's not that way. You have these really sick people using politics and religion to control and manipulate the masses. And these people, they use these dark symbols of their opponents here politically to show how much of the hypocrites they are. Thank you, Lucius Greaves, wherever you are out there in the world, for being the face of a wonderful organization that helps people to wake up, right? They're not just, these people are all atheists, right? But if you look at the 7 tenets of the Satanic Temple, they are good. They're not bad at all, right? Now, for me, I could never be a member. So I've had some bad experiences in my youth with Satanism, not the kind that they're doing. So some of the symbols make me uncomfortable, right? But I understand their context. I understand their principles, and I support that. And we do have people here in my community that are members of the Satanic Temple. And I salute them for all of their heart. That's a good movie if you want to see it. It's on HBO. It's called Hail Satan. You can learn about this, and you could see I couldn't see before because I used to be a member of the church. I couldn't see what they were doing. And when I'm outside, I could see that these other people that they are opposing, they're the problem. They're not, the Satanists aren't the problem. It's these people who are running things with their politicalization, religious political ideologies that are manipulating people and controlling you, right? Christianity is not a good religion. Having a Christian nation means you're being controlled and manipulated. It is not a good. Now, there's good things in Christianity, right? But the way that it is manifested in the United States is fundamentalism in its finest form. And that should be opposed, right? Oh, where are we at here? Faith came before religion. That is a nonsensical statement. Morality came before faith. Morality is a construct of necessity for survival. Philosophies that speak of morality, these are necessary for our survival as a species. To have laws, to have foundations where we can grow as a society, as a people, that is necessary. But that comes out of our desire to survive, not from any deities, right? You know, you don't have to teach a child that, like, for instance, like lying is bad. They know, right? We are in the end times. Oh shit, Ellie, what's going on with you? Are you doing okay? Our good friend from the Philippines here. You were. Are you still into Christian fundamentalism? You were kind of mellowed out last time we here. We are in the end times. Prove it. Prove that there's an end times. You can't, right? I tend to see the world as getting better, not getting worse. We have difficulties, right? But great things are born out of difficult times, right? We are in a crucible right now, and survival as a species is very important, right? But we sometimes shine in our darkest moments. The high priestess of the orchard is here. Aes Sedai, Gwendolyn. Good to see you. Our friend Gwendolyn is here in the chat today. The signs have been seen. What signs? People make all that shit up. I could take the book of Harry Potter and tell you that Voldemort's on the way back. Yeah, signs are all, people make all of this shit up. They make all of it up. The idea of end times in the biblical tradition is to control your behavior, right? They make it in a way like he's going to return at any moment, right? What does that cause you to do? It makes you afraid, where you're able to operate in a manner of preparing for this moment, not out of authenticity of your humanity. You're only behaving because you're afraid, not because you really want to, right? This Christian morality is a farce. The Christian morality that is produced by you only do it because you're commanded to do so, and because you're afraid, not because you are really like that, right? And we've been talking about this week, like Christian forgiveness. Forgive, or my heavenly Father won't forgive you. That is not forgiveness. That is being compelled to do something out of obligation. Thank you, my friend Gaia. Appreciate you. You are being compelled. You, in any other circumstances, you wouldn't forgive. The idea of a God abandoning you because you won't forgive, that is abhorrent. Some people can't. Some people don't have the resources psychologically to forgive. It's impossible for them to do that, right? You know, I have one of my sons. He has autism where he becomes very violent. He doesn't have the resources to forgive you when he is raging, right? He doesn't have those abilities, right? We don't have some of us, these abilities to think about our world, our environment, and make proper choices, right? Forgiveness, in order for it to be real, it has to be free from any ideas of being punished if you don't do it. Yeah, so when a Christian says they forgive you, they really don't, because if they could get away with it, they would hate you. And they find ways of getting around it, right? They call it religion, right? Yeah, forgiveness is a powerful thing that must be of your own freedom that you have in your heart. You say, I'm going to do this, not because some God told me to do so. It's because this is the right thing to do for me to heal, right? Oh, let's see here. You know the Antichrist, you smoke blunts together? Good. Yeah. Who is Fabian, right? Come on, Ellie, have you resorted back to your fundamentalist ways? We were having such a good conversation last time you were here. Yeah, American Maker, good to see you. My neighbor American Maker's here. Good to have you here, our good friend. They always say the same thing over and over again. Yeah. No new material there, right? Peter Thiel knows about the Antichrist. Don't care. Yeah, there's always a new one, right? It causes obsessions with people, right? That's all they think about. Oh, the Antichrist. Oh, right? The Antichrist is you. That's where the Antichrist is. It's not in some individual in a political or religious office. It's you. You are the one inside that is Antichrist. You want to be Christ because that is your nature. But you have to learn to do that, right? Zerg is here. Hope you're doing well, our friend. Satan is the Sphinx. Oh, with a secret? Oh, no. Who said God did? I don't care. What happened to you to cause you to seemingly hate Christianity? I don't hate anything. I reject the institution of Christianity because it's terrible. Now, if you want to call that hate, fine. I don't reject Jesus. I don't reject good Christian people. I reject fundamentalism, institutionalism. I don't think Christianity was ever meant to be a religion. A philosophy, certainly, but not one. Look at the history. You should hate it. It controls, it manipulates, it dominates. It has no interest in you as a person. Pay, pray, and obey, or else, right? That has nothing to do with loving you. The God of the Bible does not love you. He only loves you when you're following his rules. That's not love. That should be hated. If I treated my children the way the God of the Bible does, you'd call the police, wouldn't you? Right? That should tell you everything about God. Right? But you're taught to make excuses for it. You're like, his ways aren't our ways. He can be an asshole. We don't know why. Yeah, well, that doesn't work in real life. If someone is being an asshole, you should say, not interested in what you're offering me. Right? But not you people. You're trained to make excuses for it. For instance, now if I gave you my religious book that told you to marry your grapist, right? If you've been violated by a grapist, I can't say the word because YouTube doesn't like it. You would say, no, thank you, sir. I'm not interested in religion that tells you to marry your grapist. But when it comes to your book, you say, well, you know what, back then, God had certain ideas, that he was working with the people. They were more primitive than we are. And for civility's sake, it was, these people were property, women were property, and God knew that they were just property. And he was really trying to protect them. I mean, you make up all kinds of bullshit for something that should not be celebrated, something that should be walked away from, right? That is terrible behavior. Right, Inquisitor Bacon? Is making sure everything is not kosher here today. Good to see you. Creating Man is an Asshole movie. I never even heard of that. Odin only charges $1.99. Yeah. Your relationship with God and not with the flawed Christian Institute. You're using their resources, aren't you? Right? The Bible. These Christians that tell you, I have a personal relationship with God, right? I don't need to go to church. But what they don't realize is you're using their material. The Bible is not a good book. You're using an institutionalized, um, the Bible did not come because of enlightenment. The history is all there, that it was put together to control you, to control the narrative of what they wanted God to be. And their God was a warrior God who was interested in controlling your behavior or else. That's what they were doing. And it's very sad and unfortunate that people promote this terrible book. Yep. Oh, where are we at here? Sherman seems like a hateful person, probably. The God of the Jews isn't God. Yahweh is a volcanic God. He is a God of war, not the father of all, more like the Anunnaki creator. You're half Jewish, and I know all religions that teach fear. Yeah, the God of the Bible is no different than the God of all the other gods of the nations at that time period. He's no different than Zeus. He is no different than Odin. He is a warrior deity. That's what he is. And it was necessary for this tribal society who had a philosophy of be like Hercules or else, right? You must be the warrior or you will get left behind. This was a terrible philosophy that came out of the nature to survive, right? And you have these terrible belief systems like heaven and hell and Valhalla and all of this other bullshit to control you, to make you a warrior, to make you a fear monger, right? It's a terrible experience. Compute us. You love the devil? Let's see here. That's not true. Doing a podcast like that in a country where there's Sharia law, Orthodox Jews do not permit Bibles to be handed out in Israel. But you think, I don't know, are you talking to me? Are you talking to, I don't understand the context. The Abrahamic religions are just Zoroastrian fan fiction. They were certainly influenced by Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism had a powerful influence on the Judaism of, Jesus's time, obviously, right? Do I think there's an actual Merlin? No, I don't. Merlin and Arthur, to me, are the work of bards, making their kings look great. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a mythology that is in the heart of every human being. The king who dies and returns, the magician, the wizard, the wise man, right? These are all mythological realities in our humanity that are a part of us. And my ancestors were genius when they made their kings into these things. If you follow the songs and tales of bards in every kingdom, they're all King Arthur that they're serving in Merlin, right? They are Merlin, and there's King Arthur right there. That is a common motif amongst my ancestors. I believe in the mythological truth. I think it is valid. It is not a fiction to me. But in terms of the history of the people, I don't think they were ever real. No. And that's okay if you do believe it's real. I don't care. It's just an opinion, right? I wouldn't be mad if he was real, right? King Arthur wouldn't be mad at all. But there's no real history for it. How many shrooms did I have before? Oh, none today. None today. What is the pentagram about? I don't know. I just have it in the background. It means Motley Crue. Girls, 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 smoking in the boys' room. I'm a Motley Crue fan. I'm Vince Neil today, right? I rebuke this in the name of Jesus Christ. Demon, help me, help someone, help. Oh no, don't, Christian, the Christians. Oh no, oh no, help me. I can't do my show anymore. Oh no! Oh, the Christians! Oh. I want a Krabby Patty. I want a Krabby Patty. SpongeBob is gay. SpongeBob is gay. Oh! Thank you. Thank you, my Christian friend. You have delivered me from the spirit of SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, when I was a Christian, they said, don't watch it. You will turn into a demonic possessed homosexual and you'll start eating Krabby Patties. Oh, thank you. You set me free. I should have listened to the Christians. SpongeBob turned me into a demonic worshipping homosexual man. Oh, man. Thank you, Christians. Once again, if you've missed any of my other exorcisms, I have a playlist called Daily Exorcism, where the Christians, like our friend here, Child of the King, shows all of their Christian powerlessness. Because nothing's happening, right? I'm just making fun of you. You're pathetic. Now, all of these demons that I have, they laugh every time you Christians come on and do this bullshit. Do we have any real Christians with real power out there? Please, are you out there? I'm tired of these people gooning all night and coming on here and casting out devils. Right? It doesn't do anything. You have no power. Do you understand that you are enslaved, right, to all of this carnal reality? And you think you could come on here and try to cast out devils out of me? Where's all the powerful Christians out there? I've lost it. You tried to cast the devil out of me, and nothing happened. You're pathetic. Child of the King. You're a child of no king. You're a pathetic and sad Christian is what you are. You have no real power. You tried, right? The demons laugh at you. You are powerless. You're a powerless Christian. Yeah, keep trying. Yeah, one day maybe a demon will come out when a real Christian of power comes on here. You're just a powerless child is what you are. You are a real Christian that cast it out of me. Cast my devils out of me, right? My devils laugh at you. You like him? Good. Yeah, like and subscribe. If you are here, you see the like button. I'm going to be here for another hour. Touch that button up there. Help people come in here. Like, subscribe, go over and touch those little hearts and things that helps people to come here to have a conversation with us. Right? I do this every day for your entertainment leisure. Let's see here. Christianity is the biggest lie ever told. There are some good things in it. You can't throw it all away, right? Like the idea of loving your neighbor and your enemy as yourself. There's nothing like that in the whole world. That is a powerful teaching. You can't just throw that away. We need that to grow. You don't learn to love your enemies. You don't love yourself, right? You don't have to agree with your enemies have done. That might be terrible, but you are capable of being just as terrible. You have to learn to love your enemies, right? The demons won't be laughing much longer. Oh, what are you going to do about it, Christian Billy? Do you have the power to deliver me from all of the demons that are here? I hope so. I've been constipated for a long time. Got all these demons up in there, right? Are you going to pull out the plug out of the backside and let the demons flow out? Are you the Christian with all of the power that is going to do this? Oh, man. Paul, nice to see you, our friend. You were raised a Christian and it took the good with me when I left. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. You should, as an adult now, you're an adult, you should be able to reflect upon what is good and what is of value. You can't just burn your bridges, right? If you burn your bridges, you're always going to be like, I hate Christians. I hate Christians. I don't hate Christians. I hate fundamentalism. I have plenty of good Christian friends. I am very Christian myself. Even though I'm not part of any institution, right? Imagine getting to tell Peter at the gates that you saved my soul. As an atheist, I love all humans, even my enemies. Yeah, that is necessary for a species to evolve, is learning to love your enemies, to heal your enemies, because your enemies are you. We are one species. We are one old organism and experiencing it as we do in our own way, right, at this point of time. And it's loving your enemy is essential for growth. Let's see here. You are kidding? No, I'm not kidding at all. Everything I say is serious. One of your minors was in religion, and I just found that religious mindset to be fascinating. Yeah, religion is part of us. It is our creativity to try to understand the mysteries of the world we live in. And it can make beautiful things. It can also make terrible things, things that control and dominate you when it's in the wrong person's hands, right? Like what we see today. I mean, it's a terrible force in the world, right? One-time payment of $20, and Gwendolyn will convert to Christianity. I will too, and I'll knock it down. $19.99, I will convert to any religion here. Go down to the super chat, put in convert to this religion, and I will do it for the right price, right? Christianities are trying to heal you. No, you guys are just being assholes. You don't know who I am as a person. You come on here and call me a devil worshiper. That's called slander. You shall not bear false witness. I've never said anything bad about Jesus. In fact, it bothers me when people do. I don't appreciate some of my friends here when they talk about touching his penis and stuff like that. I think that's inappropriate. I don't like that. Jesus to me is a wonderful archetype that I have within myself. It helps me to relate to the divinity. It is part of my creativity. And I know that the Jesus they're talking about is the one who has brought pain and suffering into the world. So there's a lot of people have been hurt by religion that has the face of Jesus. So I understand why they joke around about it. But for me, I have a different experience. I've only experienced positive and good things from Jesus, right, as an archetype, right? I'm an advocate for veganism and gay rights. So what if I was? Who cares, right? Gay rights are human rights. We are one humanity. And you should learn to respect other people's humanity. Now, you don't have to agree with it, right? You might be uncomfortable with it. That's okay, right? I tell my daughter I'm uncomfortable with some of her. I have a daughter, she says she is a queer, right? I'm uncomfortable with some of her choices. But I love her as a person. And she has the right to express her life as she wishes. And I support that 100%, right? Christianity is based upon love. No, it's not. It's based on control. Throughout the Bible, you have these clauses where the God only loves you if you what? You believe the right things, you're following the rules, you're doing what it wants you to do. As soon as you break any of these things, you are forsaken, right? He who does not confess me before men, I will not confess before my Father. Now imagine if I treated my own children that way. You don't want to confess me as my well, fuck you then. You are not a part of my life anymore, right? Fathers don't do that. Fathers love their children when they're not loving them, right? The idea that I will be denied by the Father just because I make terrible choices. What does that reveal about the God? That it's terrible. This is not a loving God. There's nowhere, if you take out all of your theological interpretation of the Bible, it's impossible to come to the conclusion that this being is a God of love. Now, there's certainly motifs about love in the Bible, right? But when it speaks about God, the God only loves you when you're doing what it wants you to do. And this is terrible. This is not good. This is how our ancestors thought about deities. And this wasn't just Jews. It was all of the nations, pagan people. They had gods who were terrible, right? They were terrible because that's the way that people thought about the world they lived in. And therefore, the world was terrible, so are the gods, right? But we have grown up since then. We need a better religions in the world that show that God is wonderful, the world is wonderful, and you are wonderful. We need a better philosophy. We are going into the age of Aquarius, right? Something is happening in the world, right? We got about 20 years away, something like that, 10, 20 years before the age of Aquarius. And people are leaving these religions behind. And mostly for atheism, right? Or paganism. They want something that is better. They say, this is bad, this is terrible. But you can't, as you leave these things, my friends, don't be stuck with them, right? Like the Church of Satan, you're stuck. You are dependent on Christianity. You really don't have anything to offer the world. You're a political ideology, and that's not wrong. But in terms of the future, once Christianity disappears, so will you. Maybe that's the point, right? Of this rebellion, of the modern Satanism, right? You really don't have anything to offer the world. You are a response to the terrible presence of Christianity in the world. And once that's gone, and so are you, because ultimately you don't have anything to offer the world long term in terms of our religious creativity. Do I think there are higher powers? What caused Conor McGregor's defeat? I don't know. I don't watch sports that like that. I don't find it entertaining. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, yes, I'll play that. That's fun. I never got into it myself. It just doesn't have an appeal to me. Some people, you enjoy that. That's fine. I don't care. What's going on here? I don't know. Night of Cypher is here. Night of Cypher, what do you want to play today? Are you going to be around later? I have some free time later this afternoon. My wife's boyfriend is taking her out on the town. So I'll be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll play some games here together, friends. We'll see. Someone wanted to play Phasmophobia. I've never played that before. I do have it. But we'll see what the consensus is in terms of the games yesterday. I played some 7 Days to Die yesterday. If some of you saw, before I got on, I released a very inappropriate YouTube short of zombie behavior. You'll get it. You don't get it right. It's a 40-second short. You get it right at the end. The zombies were very inappropriate to me. They're trying to force me into uncomfortable positions. You can go watch it for yourself. Very inappropriate. You think people intuitively know what good and evil is when they see it? Yeah, that is nature. Your nature is driven towards what is good. What is good helps you to survive. It helps you to thrive, right? The thing is, because we lack the knowledge to make proper choices, in that moment of survival, we always choose what we think will be the best for us. And sometimes that's terrible, right? Sometimes it's a terrible choice. But we don't make terrible choices. We think it is a good choice for us. All right? We don't go around doing bad things because we like being bad. We do it because we like the bad. It makes us, we think it is good. Our nature is rooted in good, but we don't have the power to know the context of our choices sometimes, because we are driven by passions, desires, our past choices. So we're always motivated, right? Like a serial killer, right? A serial killer is a terrible reality. But there's an order and purpose to their terrible activity, right? They motivate themselves based on certain truths that they feel are of value to them, right? I mean, that's a terrible example, but it's an example of we are driven by what we think is good for us. And that is universal in our humanity. And that is something we need to continue to refine. You're going to make shitty choices in your life if you haven't already. The idea is to refine, is to continue to make better choices. And one day we will evolve as a species when we continue to get it right, right? Like our friend here, Rare Days. He's being a racist asshole, right? He thinks that is good for him to do. It's a terrible thing. We can all see it's terrible, right? But in his mind, he is locked in this behavior that he finds meaning and purpose in, right? And that it's a great tragedy that he sees it that way. For people like that, we need to heal them, right? Um, Look over there in the Netherlands. The Netherlands have the lowest turnover rate in their prison system. Why? Because they don't treat their prisoners like garbage. They treat them as human beings that need therapy, right? They have the lowest turnover rate in people returning back to the prison systems because they treat their prisoners as patients that need to be healed, right? Instead of just garbage, right? Oh man, where are we at here? Where are we? Stephen, nice to see you. Pray now, baby, pray your life, just a dream. Is that some song? LSD Dreams. Thank you, Cannibal. Let's see. Oh my, bringing in the gold coins. Look at you, right? Listen, bud, just don't mention certain people because they're inherently political. Yeah, we don't do politics here. There's certain political buzzwords that we know you're just looking for a fight. You don't care. See, you are driven by this ideology, right? You are being controlled. I mean, this happens to all of us. We're brought up in communities, we belong to communities, and we're influenced by these ideas. And we don't realize that we're acting tribal. We don't realize we're doing this. So when we get on YouTube, we'll say, do you like gay people? You don't give a shit if I like gay people. You're trying to start a fight because that's how you find meaning and purpose. You find community by being a tribal battler rather than, trying to really understand other human beings and their position. And that's what we have. I've been a part of it. I've grown up. I've been able to see, and I still, you can't escape it. I still see it once in a while, this patterns of thinking, right? But I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong. I'm willing to if I offend people, to have conversation with them, to see maybe I'm thinking inappropriately, right? I've gone through a lot of changes over the years, right? A lot of healing, and we still have these tendencies. See, and I see them in other people, like in my Druid circle that I belong to. I mean, they're all socialists, right? They like talking about it all the time, and I love them all. They're all my friends, right? But people that don't think that way, they're not welcome there, and that's wrong. You should not create a religious atmosphere where only certain ideologies are welcome. Druidry should invite all peoples, and it should be a place where you can express yourself and your love for nature and the world. So I don't like that they do that. I don't have a problem with it because I don't care. I used to consider myself a socialist at one point. I used to be both sides. I've tried it all out. Progressive, conservative to me are just two sides of the same coin. I've come to see that in my life now later on as I've grown up. My grinder buddy Steve is here. My buddy Steve there in the audience. You follow politics, but Bard's stream is not a place to splash it around. Yeah, people, you get energized in these political ideologies because what do? They help you to socialize. They help you to integrate into a community of like-mindedness where you feel you have purpose and be, right? But where are all those politics going to be for you when you're on your deathbed? What is going to be your memory? What is going to be your experience at that time? Who is going to be there for you, right? Is it going to be the ideologies? Is it going to be your nation, right? Is it going to be your church? Who's going to be there at the end? You're going to be there by yourself, right? At that last moment. All of that stuff will pass. But what will last? What is going to persist? Is it going to be your political ideology? Probably not, right? It's going to be how you loved other people. And that's important, is that we learn how to love other people, that we learn to have conversations with other people. I'm not interested in a conversation when I'm walking into the room. Do you like trans people? I'm not interested in a conversation with you. I'm interested in having a battle with you or joining your tribe, right? It's always for or against, right? But it's not really for or against by the person making the presentation. They want to know where you stand in the tribe, or this place is a battle. And I've learned to see these traps on here, right? Every now and then I'll get wrapped up in it on accident. But I've learned to see the buzzwords that people bring on here because they want a battle. They're not interested in me as a person. They're not interested in my community. They're only here to fight. That's why they're here. Duke Luke is here. Good to see you, our good friend, the Duke Luke. You cut politics off of everything in my life. It's poison, right? Yeah, we've all been hurt by it, right? We've all been hurt, or we hurt other people with it, right? And that's not our intention, right? We are just trying to be loved. At the heart of our humanity, you're trying to belong. You're trying to feel love. You're trying to have purpose. That is your intention behind all of this ideology. You've been only given certain tools in your life to find meaning, and that's all you got, right? That's the best you can do, right? And sometimes it takes a miracle to get out of that, when your best is the terrible thing that's enslaving it, right? People tend to see my very existence as political. Yeah. The dog whistles. Blake, good to see you, my good friend. From the land of the ancestors. We're going to be doing some gaming later on today with some of my community members around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. My wife's boyfriend is taking her out on the town, so I'll have some free time this Sunday afternoon here to play some wonderful games with you. Maybe 7 days today, maybe Phasmophobia, I don't know. Space Marines, whatever, right? We'll see what the consensus is today on the Discord server. Minecraft, I don't care. Whatever what my community, the consensus in the community wants to play, we'll play it together, right? LGBT people are wonderful. All people are welcome here, right? Think about this obsession with people's sexuality today, right? There's a balance and counterbalance to that, right? You have these people hating, and then you have a reaction to that in the same way. Not necessarily from all of these communities, but there's a constant tension, a constant battle. And where's the healing? Where's the humanity, right? It's like a constant war. I mean, you have terrible beliefs that are making these people, feel like they're less than human. That's terrible. These people are you that are different from you, right? I don't agree with every person out there and what they want to do with their lives, but you have to learn to respect others, that they're different than you. I mean, look at it from your perspective, right? You're just trying to make your way in the world, doing your best. Why can't other people have the same right, dignity as you do? All right, it might make you uncomfortable. When I was watching yesterday, this show called Hail Satan about the Satanic Temple, their rituals made me uncomfortable. I thought they were inappropriate. I could never find a place there, right? Because for some of them, it's all showmanship, and I understand the shock, right? But there are people who take that shit literally and seriously. I would be uncomfortable in that environment, but I respect them. I understand the context of what they're doing, and I support the context, right? Gwendolyn has feet pics on Discord if you're interested. Go up, touch the like and subscribe buttons, and then a join button will appear over here. If you go buy me a coffee, small, medium, or large, you could see Gwendolyn's beautiful feet. Oh my. She's got these feet at this one. She's on the mountaintop. Think about the interplay of the sexual innuendo. Feet on the mountain, right? For your entertainment leisure. Gwendolyn's feet. Yeah. Let's see here. There are people trying to force others to not be themselves. Exactly. Right. Everyone has a right, uh, as long as they're not harming other people. That's very important, right? As long as they're not causing destruction and mayhem in the world, to pursue life. We only got one shot at it, right? To find the best value for themselves, to experience the world in their creativity, right? Uh, when we start recognizing that about others, right? When we start recognizing that other people, they have a right to understand life and the best way they can, just as you can. If that is your principle, the world will start to be more healthier. There'll be no more political battles, religious battles. There'll only be humanity doing its best in the world, right? Let's see here. You are married to two beautiful women. What a wonderful experience, right? Yeah. See, Gwendolyn here, we have our differences, right? She is into a poly relationship, right? Now, I would be uncomfortable in a relationship like that, but I'm not making Gwendolyn feel bad about her way of doing it. I respect that, and I'm looking forward to seeing in the future what philosophies can be born out of these new forms of relationship that people are doing. I'm old-fashioned. Sex is best when it's one on one, as George Michael once said. Yeah, that's where I come from. I could never see myself not loving anybody more than my wife. Um, I am not capable of doing that for whatever reason, right? I am different than Gwendolyn, but I respect Gwendolyn and her creativity. And that's how you should have the conversation with people, right? It's a cloak, damn it, not a cape. I'm not out fighting crime, damn it. Oh my goodness, yeah. Your skinwalker. Oh my, that's fun. Yeah. Top of the morning to you, Bruce Bowling. Yeah, Jesus is always returning all the time. Yeah. I know Bart loves his wife. He knows I love my wives. We respect each other, right? Right? That's important, that you can respect the other people and what they're doing, right? You don't have all the answers. You're not the source of all human experience and knowledge, right? You have to realize that. Um, Dude, you are a superhero? Yes, I'm sodomy man, spreading homosexuality around the world. Sodomy man. Every time I rip off my shirt, there's a big S there, like Superman, but it means sodomy. Spreading sodomy around the world. That's my superpower. The backside. Yeah. Oh, where are we at here? Dorks are cool. Yes, they are. They certainly are. Spiritual entertainment, 7 days a week. We entertain you all the time. The bard can defeat the homelander. Oh, my. Oh, man. Jesus keep returning so much. Yeah. This is a scam. The returning of Jesus has a positive and negative mythology. The positive mythology is there's always going to be someone who helps us to get on track. There always will be a King Arthur, a Krishna. But that's not how it's been used in the world. It's been used for behavior modification. You better behave, or he's going to come like a thief in the night. He's going to be like, fuck you, you're staying behind. You weren't ready for me. That is terrifying and terrible when you have a God who's going to sneak up on you. And if you're not behaving properly, he's going to say, fuck you. I mean, that is evil and wicked, right? I would never do that to my children, right? You rage quit art school and moving into a proper profession of work. Well, the arts, they are changing, right? And that used to be part of the curriculum for all schools, is some form of the arts, right? But we're living in a time of transition where these beautiful things that are necessary are being replaced, right? These are things that we should be preserving and striving to preserve, especially as we're moving into an era of integration with our technology, where all things and resources will be available to us. But they're not available to us in terms of creativity, but in terms of pure knowledge, rather than something that comes out of your heart, right? These are things that we have to be concerned about. One of my daughters, she's really into the arts. She plays several different instruments, and her goal in life is to be a music teacher, right? And this is something that you have to, the way that education is all transferring to only on computers, only where schools are not going to be needed anymore. We are headed towards that. And you're going to lose creativity when you take out community, when you take out that element. The school is going to return from its captive state. I mean, you could say the institutionalization of the school, that's always worth criticism, right? But they're going to return to these small subcultures that you had in ancient times, the schools of the philosophers, the schools of the musicians. That's where we're going to return again in the future. You'll have these places where these beautiful places of creativity will continue to keep the torch of our humanity alive. Let's see here. Where am I at? 69 likes. That's better than 7, right? Keep up the good work, my friends. Up there. You must touch it. Oh, there. See, it brings so much desire. Just give it a touch right up there. Oh, where are we at here? You are Trahamupatu. What the hell is that? Is that some new deity? Tranhamutatu, right? Prostate exam is here, my good friend. I hope you're doing okay. It's always nice to see you, my friend. Going up your backside online, our friend here does for a living. Prostate exams at a low price through the internet. You no longer have to go into the office. He can go up, as long as you have an assistant, like maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend, to help out with the procedure. He can go right it up there. Just put the camera up there and everything. Prostate exams, right? Blake is a Welsh Viking Jesus. Look at that. Yeah. Did anyone check out the band Henge? No, I never had an opportunity to do, and I apologize. I get so many suggestions here. People sending me literature and things online and books. I just don't have the ability to keep up with all of it. I mean, even when I was a clergyman, people would be like, you need this and that. Here's a book. I have a whole bunch of books I've never read. Right? Some interesting people today. Certainly, my friend. Certainly, my friend. Yeah. So I apologize to people. I don't have the time to keep up with everything, and I apologize. I wish I did. I just don't. Right? Like I haven't been able to read a book in a while. I started reading. I've been reading like materials for the order I belong into. That's about it. My resources and my time are spread thin. Is Elvish kosher? I don't know. Ask Inquisitor Bacon. Team viewer prostate exams. Yeah. The Timo prostate exams too. You get a good deal. He's got coupons on Temu. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Every time someone says Jesus loves you, I picture a goofy ass family dancing church tune. Yeah. The Jesus loves you is why aren't you loving me? Why can't you love me? Right? They come on and act like they care. Where were you before in my life? You don't care about me. You don't care about Jesus loving me. If you did, you'd be loving me. You'd be a part of my life. You'd be getting to know me. That's what real love, when you love someone, you want to be in their life, right? Not just because of your religion, right? Not because maybe one day I'll accept your ideas. Loving someone, you don't get anything out of it except for the experience of love, right? That is the benefit. And these people that say, Jesus loves you, why aren't you loving me? Where are you, right? Where are you? Let's see, where am I at here? No politics, my friends. Yes, I am the prophet incarnation of Thumper. And we serve Lord Bambi here every now and then. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at? You love Jesus. Thank you for returning. Oh, jeez. Let's see. Jesus just emailed me and said the Christians are cray cray. Oh my. Chemo prostate exams is through the POTM. You get good coupons on Temu, right? You get all these deals. People say I'm a Temu wizard. Temu, I had to look up what that meant. And so when I made my video this morning before I came on, called Temu Zombies, go check it out. You'll get a laugh. You will laugh your ass off. I mean, the humor is kind of inappropriate for younger crowds, right? But older people, you'll see like this is a fun game, right? I make games fun. If the game is terrible, I will make it fun somehow, right? I always find a way of doing that. Like the game will want you to fight the zombies. I will go and try to talk to the zombies. I always find a way to make it funny, right? Jesus loves me. That's a weird random guy. He loves me. Yeah, you don't know the guy. How can he? How can he know that Jesus loves you if you're not doing it, Christian man? How can we know the love of Jesus if you're not showing it? You cannot separate this reality from yourself. You're a fun giver. You're trying to make it today? Oh, great. Great. We'd love to have you. We have a good time. Yeah. Night of Cypher plays 7 Days to Die with me. And he's brought a lot of order to all of our baskets where we keep all of our items. And I went and messed it all up yesterday. Let's see here. Is that a new bling around my neck? No, I've had this for about a year. I started practicing druidry last year, and trying to find my place and connection to my ancestors, right? Studying things of Celtic nature and so on and so forth. And I started wearing a triskelion last year in July as a way to honor my ancestors, right? Who were Celts. A lot of my ancestors were Celts. Not all of them, but most of them were, right? Let's see. Christians don't get to see that love and morality stem from the Bible. Yeah. What happens when they do? I mean, that's a farce, because there is no love and morality from a dictator. The God of the Bible is like King Jong-un, right? He's a dictator, right? He's a terrible, terrible force in the world, right? Oh my, where are we at here? Bradley Bear's here. Oh my, our good friend Bradley the Bear. Oh, I love me a bear. Yeah. Let's see here. Then by the 9 divines, Yahweh demands that you destroy the Amalekites. We ask that you smash that like button up there, my friends. Thank you. The high priestess of the mountains, formerly the high priestess of the orchards, Gwendolyn, Aes Sedai, here for your entertainment. Gwendolyn and I will both convert to your religion for $20 if you're interested. Go to your super chat, say religion, convert, $20. Now, there's no guarantee that I will stay in the religion, just that is the caveat. It might be in the religion for a few moments. I mean, I could do all religions. I mean, if I want to become Jewish, for example, there's always more foreskin I can remove off my penis, right? Let's see here. Let's talk about Talos or Mara. That's difficult. Mara, I got married in the Church of Mara. When I met a beautiful lady in White Run, she was, I saw her there selling items behind the stall. And I'm like, oh man, you bring me so much arousal. And she said, well, you're nice too. You go get me a big elephant tusk and we could talk about having a relationship with one another. And I'm like, don't you like what I have? She's like, no, I want, something large and in charge. So I went to where the giants were and I slayed a giant mammoth, and I brought her a big tusk, I had it in my pants, so it could have all of the flavor for her. And then we got married in the Temple of Mao. We went down to Riften, and we got rings. It was such a beautiful ceremony. But we all served Talos in the end, right? Am I a Saxon or Celt? Both are my ancestors. Everywhere in that area, that's all of my ancestors, all of them. When they came to the United States, I have, my DNA is 1% native indigenous people of the United States. From the conversations with my family, we have Cherokee ancestry at some point in the family, right? But most of my family comes from, my surname is from Britannic France, the northern France, and I got ancestors that were Saxon and Celt, all of that. I am those people. Those people are me. I am a son of the islands there. Am I a master? Oh, yes. What type of master do you want to do? That's the context of that. The faith of the seven. No, there's 9 divines. And then there's Talos, the only one that matters. Do you want out, Mr. Bunny? You want to go out? My rabbit wants to go out. Go on. Go on out there. Go on. Yeah, there you are. You're scratching at the door there. You are mostly Welsh and French. See, that's why Gwendolyn and I get along, our ancestors. They have brought us together. Jesus is shaking his head because he's listening to the Scorpions rock you like a hurricane. What a wonderful band, right? Night Song. I mean, they had so much. In the 80s, that's when all the music was at its finest, right? And that's when the Scorpions shine. All of my children got to hear the Scorpions for the first time by watching like season 4 of Stranger Things, right? They got introduced to all of that good music from back then, right? Kate Bush came back, right? All of the good music was brought back to us again, right? Yeah, she's a wonderful entertainer, very creative. Some of her other music that she's done, she's an Irish lady, right? Great entertainer. You like the new background? I just randomly picked this one. I have all kinds of pentangles that I use, and I'll just take this one here. Oh man, Backdoor Dan is the goat. That's your favorite, right? You like Backdoor Dan? You're going to make a new account with the name Jesus Christ 77. Why not 67? Then you could be a real theologian. Like, we always have these Christian theologians come on who are named D-Snots and stuff like that. I'm like, these are the people I want to talk to about their religion, right? All these other people are assholes. But when these people come on, like Long Paul comes on or something, talking to their religion, right? We love talking to those types of Christians on here. Imagine not hitting the like button. Couldn't be. You see that button up there? Come on, I need 27 more. Help a bot out right up there. You see it at the top? I need 27 more likes before I leave today. I will not leave until I get 100, damn it. Don't make me stand too long. My arthritis can only take so much here. I got to go to the doctor tomorrow morning to get my injections in my back, so the show will be probably a little bit later than normal. I probably won't get home to probably around 10:30, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the show, and that's what it's going to be during probably most of out of the summer, because I take my kids to school every day. Do I still frequent the glory holes in Detroit? Always. Every time I go up to Detroit, I go to all the glory holes and have a good time, especially the ones at the City Club. If you're from Detroit, you need to go to the City Club. That is a place of interesting experience and culture. That's where I met vampires and all werewolves and all kinds of people. Detroiters, you know what I'm talking about, the City Club, which is downtown, a wonderful nightclub. I remember one time, like, I had an aunt. I mean, she's like 20 years older than I am, or something like that, 15 years older than I am. And I'm like 18, 19 years old. She goes, you want to go to the city club? I'm like, yeah, I go there. She goes, I will buy you some beers if you drive me up to the city club, my aunt. And Carol, if you're watching, thank you for the beers back then. And we went there. She likes to wear all black and stuff, right? And that's the type of place it was. Industrial. They called it industrial music, right? Like Skinny Puppy. You ever hear of Skinny Puppy or the Jesus Virgin Mary Chain Cult or something? That's where Marilyn Manson had a good stage, right? Industrial music, very powerful, very strong. I enjoyed going there. I didn't really get into the goth scene the late way my aunt did. Now my aunt, she's an animal. She was into all this goth stuff, and she was a biker at one time. Now she's like she's into animal rescue. She saves all kinds of animals and repurposes them in her life, right? My aunt Carol, yeah. Thanks, Carol. We appreciate you. I can't wait to see her again. I don't work at the church anymore, but I've always wanted to wear my clergy shirt and go up to her. You want to go to the city club tonight? I can buy you beer now. I'm old enough. Just to do a little jest with her. Ministry, that was another powerful band back then, right? The New World Order, right? Mary Chain, Jesus and Mary Chain, yep. Powerful, strong music. Then you had, what was it? 9 Inch Nails come out of that as well, right? A lot of music came out of that industrial music movement of, 1989 through 92. Very powerful, right? Is this role playing? No, that's later on, Sean. When you give me $20, I'll dress up however you want me to, right? That's later on. It's not a religion. It's philosophical teaching. Ooh, triple nipple. Ooh, that is some philosophy. When was the first time you've seen a triple nipple? Now, some of you have seen it before. You've just forgotten. There was a wonderful movie called Total Recall. If you remember, back in the later 80s, where a lot of young men got great arousal on the planet Mars. You saw a woman with 3 breasts. You remember that? They didn't put that in the Total Recall remake with Colin Farrell or whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. The Irish guy, the actor. I mean, where was the woman in there? I was hoping to see that. While I was watching that movie with my children, as my parents watched with me, so I can educate them. Like, look, there's a female with 3 breasts on there. The look is Gandalf. Yeah, well, not really. You have 3 breasts. I knew it. Right? I have 3 testicles. Yeah, it's an anomaly. Some people think I'm an alien like E.T. Let's see here. Where are we at? Am I in the Alliance or the Horde? Why can't you be both? Right? Overwatch? No. I don't play Overwatch. When Overwatch first came out, I got into it, and with one of my oldest son, he got on a league and everything. I got into the Overwatch for a little bit. My favorite Overwatch was the guy with the big sledgehammer with the big shield. That was my guy. He wanted me to tell you Diablo Loco, Dominican rap. I don't know what that is. Diablo Loco. We spam 2 for his Dominican rap. Well, that's wonderful. We appreciate and support all people's creativity as long as it's positive and healthy in the world, right? I'm not a fan of music that promotes the face of evil. There was a rap group when I was younger called Natas and Isham. I don't know if some of you listen. I listened to it, but it brought me to a dark place. And I try not to associate with music that makes me go back to that place. So I could not appreciate satanic rap music, right? Because it brings me back. I had experienced a lot of darkness as a teenager, and like the way people talk about Satanism today is much different than I experienced it as a young person. And I'm ashamed of my behavior and the things that I experienced in that time period. Right? It's much different. The conversation about Satan worship today is much different. Satanism is more of a response rather than a practice, right? And how to commune with a dark being, right? It's more of a political ideology than anything, right, today. Oh, where are we at here? Area 51, that's where you got your triple nipple. Look at that. Oh, let's see. That more Gen JFK moving mount based. I don't know. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Thank you. Our good friend from the land of the ancestors, Blake, our good friend from Wales. Come on, help a bot out. You see that? At the top of your screen, there is a like button. Double tap or go to, I do this for a living. And why not? My wonderful lodge brother is here. Lord of the Lodge, my good Mason friend. I am not a Mason, but he is a wonderful representative of this organization. Good to have you here. Hit the like and subscribe. Yeah, this is a repetitive thing. I know. All YouTubers say do it because most people just get out and watch, and you don't understand that when you hit the like button, you help support what they're doing. You help the algorithm where people can get paid. It is necessary. I mean, I've done plenty of watching and not hitting the like button. Now, I support like people in my community. I will always like and comment and subscribe to your channels. He raps about his dog Toby and boyfriend Go Sign. Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. I support people in my community. Like, if you are on our Discord server, we have a section called YT support, YouTube support. If you put your videos in there, I will like, subscribe, and comment. When I have a feed, when I see your stuff appear in my feed, I will do the same. I always support my community members and what their creativity. I can't see them all because I got lots of things I subscribe to. But when it comes up in my feed, I will certainly support it. Or if I see it in YT support on our Discord, I will always support my community members and what they're doing. Yeah, there's no competition. I want to support all people in what you're doing. For Christians, Satanism is real. Well, you have to understand that Satanism in its history, there is a real element to it, not in terms of the Christianity and fanaticism, but there are people that practice dark arts. There are people who do terrible things. Modern Satanism, as a political ideology, is not into that shit, right? It is all show. But there are people that do dark and evil things, and they call it whatever they want, right? And when in the 80s there and the 90s that I grew up in, there were people that were into dark and evil things that I associated with. Not like today, right? Let's see here. Do you know that a photon looks like a yin yang? And if you spin it, it turns into a swastika in Star of David? No, I don't know. I don't have a microscope. They're right next to X25. Look at you. Neurological toxin. You hit the like button every time you're here. Thank you. I appreciate your support. 20 more, my friends, up there. You see it? Oh, like button. There it is. As long as people are supporting me, my commitment to you is to be here for the next 25 years. I will be here. We are a small YouTube channel right now. We're slowly growing. We're creeping up to 70K. We're halfway there. Hopefully in 6 months, I'm estimating 6-7 months, 100K. We'll be there, right? Every 10 years, 1 million. That's the projection in terms of the numbers and the community participation, right? What we're looking at. I appreciate everyone. I never thought I would be here, really. I started doing this as a hobby a year ago, and then people started, being involved and being interesting and, paying me money to do this. I said, well, I'm going to do this full time now. And that started last year in June. I started doing this full time every day, coming on here, providing content. We have over 2,000 videos. We have over 4 million views. Right now, that I looked, it said just the past month, it was 400K. I mean, that's not a lot, really. But we're small, right? For other YouTubers that are professional, that's just, they can get 400K in an hour, right? I'm a small channel. I'm making my way up, right? But I'm glad for the smallness that we have now, because we might not ever have this type of intimacy again. It's good to have this smallness because I can talk to the same people and build a community. And out of that community, we'll have a nice foundation for when more comes, right? It's good to have this smallness so we can have these conversations every day. I'm kicking ass. Yes, thank you. Let's see here. You didn't watch the Hellraiser? Oh, I love the Hellraiser movies. Those were great. Those were great. And I've seen all of the Hellraiser movies and the remakes, right? Those are scary, right? Pinhead. What did you think about the new Hellraiser? I thought it was excellent. They had a female, or was it you couldn't really tell, Pinhead. It looked female to me. I thought it was well done. Yeah, but people get all bent out of shape when you change the way. Let's look at what happened to Doctor Who. People started shitting their pants when he became a woman, right? I thought that the woman was the best one. The most family-friendly one that there's ever been was Jodie, whatever her name was, the actor. I wish we would have had more of her, but too many people are bitching and whining, right? I wanted to see her in at least two more seasons. Would have been great of her being in Doctor Who. I haven't had a chance to watch anymore. I don't have the time or the resources. I don't even know what channel it's on anymore. Let's see here. Where am I at here? This show is about spiritual entertainment, damn it. Comedy and spirituality together here every day. I am here for you, my friends. Spiritual entertainment. Does the turtle have my weed? No. My rabbits, my tortoise, my rabbit, she's adorable right now. Oh, I want to show you to her. She has passed out here. Hello, rabbit. Oh, you woke up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up, sweetie. Oh, she's adorable. Sometimes I just can't help it. They just you have to pet me. Lewis is here, my good friend. The Pope of Dope has arrived. Lewis has an unusual talent of making giant marijuana sticks. Our good friend Lewis here, the Pope of Dope. Oh, where am I at here? Troglodytes, they can't handle seeing a woman on the screen yet. Cool. My grandpa is a master of spiritual. He travels through time watching Universe and Creed. Oh, your grandfather sounds like a great person. A time traveler? Oh, my. Right up there, like button. 15 more, my friends. Help about out. Spiritual entertainment, 7 days a week. Getting you ready, Christians, for church today. We got church today. It's Sunday, right? We are preparing your journey to church so you can give a testimony of your preaching that you've done here. Like we tried to save the heathens today on the Bots channel. You want a spooky season? Oh my! You switch almost entirely to edibles. Your lungs feel better. Yeah. I haven't smoked a reefer since 19 years old. It's all been edibles for the past year. I've started doing edibles a year ago for my pain. Oh. Let's see here. You're the archangel from Revelation. Look at you. Oh my, we got all kinds of talented people on here. This used to be a Hello Kitty channel. Yes, it was. We used to love Hello Kitty on here all the time. And We had like Temu deals on Hello Kitty on here. You're currently moving germinated seeds to their final grow pots. Yeah, my grinder buddy Steve here, he has got this beautiful hemp garden in a little tent where we meet for our sexual escapades. It's a good background and atmosphere. How old are you, old man? 50. Leroy, I turned 50 years old on Thursday. I am old. I am an old man. I'm falling apart. Headbang to the hard. Well, it depends on how hard it gets. Doesn't get that hard anymore when you turn 50, unfortunately. Where are we at here? Rot, go to the orchards and watch the sunrise. You're the old age of 27. Oh, you're a young person. Bard recovered well from today's powerful rebuke. He's getting stronger, I think, yes. What doesn't exercise you makes you stronger. All the demons, they get more and more powerful every time our Christian friends come on and try to remove them. No one has been successful at casting the devils out of me yet. We're still waiting for our champion to come on. Maybe we can hit Father Chad Ripperger on here. He can cast the devils out of me. One day we wake up and joints snap all at once. Yes, especially the joint in your pants, right? Like, I had such a good time when I was younger. Now look at it. It's only good for like fishing and stuff now. I'm not Harry Potter, so what? Why do I have to be Harry Potter, right? Happy Sunday to you, Elderain. Straight from the Sealy Court, it is Elderain, right? Crom will accept you into his kingdom. No, Crom doesn't care. Crom doesn't care about your kingdoms, damn it. See, we had all kinds of deities on this week. One of them was Crom. Crom, Conan the Barbarian. We promoted him last week in his religion, right? Whatever new religion is around, we'll promote it just for fun, right? The bard is getting stronger. These funny Christians are getting weaker, right? You like playing with my bone? I bet you do. I bet you do. Can you sing us a bard's tale? It doesn't work that way for me. Whatever singing that I do comes out of inspiration in the moment. There are some bards that they have music that they write and perform, and they do. My little jingles come out of the moment. My satire comes out of the moment. My religious inspiration, encouragement, all comes out of the moment. Whatever the goddess pulls out of the cauldron. The owen is always flowing, but it's not something I can control. I could write shit down. Now, I've done poetry. Some of you know this. I have a whole playlist called Druidic Poetry. And that is the most difficult. I don't like doing it, to be honest with you. I've done it most of my life, poetry, but with great frustration. I got to use a thesaurus. I have all of this passion trying to put it down. It's like, it's much easier just to let the moment speak to whatever experience happens. I have learned. I don't know if I'm returning back to poetry. Poetry is my life, but I find the best poetry comes out of the encounter of the moment and whatever mystery happens in the moment, instead of writing it all down. I just don't have that skill, as other bards might. Oh, let's see here. Patrick, good to see you. The cultured legend lives. Come on, my friends, you see it? I need 14 more likes. 14 more likes before I can retire today. You are 44 and it's still working so far. It should go. You should see some changes soon, right? John, you'll see it. You'll see it. Gay beards are badasses. Yes, we love our gay bearded folk here, right? Sorry to disappoint you, but most humans go to hell. What a cheerful message you have. You must be a Christian. Always bringing the love of God in the world by making people feel terrible. Good job. The moon dynasties. Oh my. Clouded morning for you over there, Lewis. You got the clouds out in the sky here. Yeah, this morning I chose not to go to my grove. The heat right now is it's at apex and it's terrible. And that with the insects, I just didn't have the materials. I don't have the resources to go out there. Maybe during the middle of the week, hopefully. But definitely next weekend I'll be back out there. Congratulations on reaching the semi-centennial birthday. Lovely to see you again. Sorry it's been so long, my tinfoil hat wear. Yeah, we miss you here because not everyone puts tinfoils on their other head. Everyone does the tinfoil head here. He wears tinfoil on the proper place. That's like an antenna, right? And he puts tinfoil on there to keep it safe from all of the, interference, right? You inspire to sing a song with the power of $4.99. Oh, hail the Lord of drink, the sun, the cup of holding, the great beverage of the day. Thank you, the drink. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support and what I do. I appreciate everyone that keeps me coming here every day by enjoying what I do. We've made it just over a year, my friends. We are here every day. Can you believe that? Right? You never know what we talk about here. You never know what conversation. We're changing, right? We used to not do video games, right? We did Dungeons and Dragons. We do it every Friday night, right? But now we're doing video games. And that's been a good source of income. Video game streams. That always, people like watching those for whatever reason, right? Dr. Mantis Toboggan is here. Good to see you, our good friend, Dr. Mantis. And Mrs. Mantis, if you're over there as well, good to see you. The pocket pool expert, Mrs. Mantis. Good to have you here. Let's see here. I need 11 more likes, my friends. You see it at the top of your screen. Help a bard out. Oh, give it a touch. And at some point, I won't be here. I'll finish up eventually. And then I'll be coming back later on today to play some video games. Whatever my community wants to play with me today, we're going to play some video games. Maybe genital jousting. That would be a great game to stream, right? Who has streamed genital jousting? That's a real game on Steam, right? The additional game is Genius, and you're having fun. Yeah. I've learned that, druidry is a beautiful thing. That is my spirituality. But learning to go deeper into the culture of others and bringing my spirituality with me has been a wonderful way to make a living. Because druidry, if you look at all the channels that just do druidry only, they stop at a certain spot, right? They don't reach people in the way that they can. And I've learned that through my comedy and, cultural integration with video games and so on and so forth, that has been a great tool to introduce people to my spirituality, which is druidry. That's just the way I roll, right? You believe in humanity, but human betraying us, so I will be dropping most of humanity to hell. Well, what a good deity you are, right? Oh, let's see here. Admiral rank, super administrators works for. Yeah, that's what all of my moderators do. They do all the difficult heavy lifting here. I'm just the mascot of the program, right? One day all of my moderators, one day in the future, if I ever make it to the top, I'm going to buy you all tickets to Disney World. We're going to have a good time, all my moderators, right? We're going to bring you all to Disney World, whoever you want, Gwendolyn and all her lovers. We'll bring you all down to Disney World, and we'll have a good time. That is, one day I hope to repay the generosity and kindness of my moderators for being here and doing all this hard work, right? I'm going to limbo. What a terrible teaching, right? Limbo. What a terrible and wicked teaching, right? Game Boy Advance games. Oh, those are fun. Yeah, I like the black and white style of the Game Boy. There was something beautiful about the art, right, of the black and white games, kind of like Spider-Man Noir, right? Oh, where are we at here? You hope to join some of your games eventually. They look fun, especially 7 Days to Die. Oh my, yeah, that's fun. We've been having a good time on there. Go watch my video that I posted just before I came on to the show today. It's a YouTube. It's in the shorts section of my videos, and you could see it's like 44 seconds long. You could see that what the zombies want to do to me in there. They're very inappropriate. It made me very uncomfortable what that very large zombie wanted to do. I'll let you watch it. Go give it a like. You will laugh. By the end of it, you will start laughing. Believe me. Let's see here. Can I go to Disney World too? Well, I don't know what the future will hold, but that is my plan. I'm just thinking about good ways to show my moderators that I appreciate them. You're going to sleep with Mickey Mouse. Yeah. There's a story. No, I shouldn't share it. I might get in trouble with my wife. Let's see. You love Project Zomboid. Yeah. I don't think that would be an appropriate game for me in terms of streaming. There's certain games that would not really reach a consensus of participation. There's some things in that game are quite inappropriate, right? Project Zombies is good on your computer shit itself. Yeah. I'm mostly I play on my computer most games. I mean, I have Nintendos and Xboxes and all that other shit. Let's see here. What are your computer specifications? I don't know. Some of my tech people. I have the second fastest NVIDIA processor. I got the Alien. I got an Alienware. One of the I paid. I got it as a donation, really. But the computer is probably about $5,000. I don't know. I didn't have to pay for it. One of the Father Bod's opinion on non-binary. See, are you really? Why does it have to be for or against? Right? We were talking about this earlier. What is my opinion on people? All people are welcome here. That is my philosophy. Doesn't matter what kind of binary you are. I am here for all people. I'm not for specific people. You can have great belief systems and philosophies. You can have terrible philosophies. You are welcome here to have a conversation with me. That is my philosophy for humanity. We can talk, whatever. I don't have to agree with you, right? You don't have to agree with me, but we can be friends in this place. We can embrace one another. We can see one another as human beings. And that's where I stand in terms of these things. Now, you probably didn't realize that you've been doing this, right? You are motivated in a certain mentality that you operate in, right? By no fault of your own. But when you come here and you ask these questions, you're not really interested in my opinion, are you? If you're honest and you think about it, you're not interested in my opinion. You're interested in your tribal mentality. Do I adhere to it or do I not? Right? You're not interested in me as a person. Is basically, you're interested in you only promoting a philosophy, and you probably don't realize you're doing that. Because if I were to say no, I don't like non-binary, what would you do? You would start ranting and raging and all of that stuff. I've always been a person to promote diversity. I don't have to agree with diversity in all of its flavors that are out there, right? It's gone quite in a flavorful fashion, right? I deal with diversity because it's in my home. As people know, my daughter is a queer, as she calls herself, right? So I have to deal with this in my own experience and have conversations with my daughter about life. And, I'm not out there in the world as she is engaging, humanity at the young people level, right? So she educates me about what's going on. I ask her questions. I share my fears. I share my discomforts. But she's still my daughter, and we have conversation, right? It's important to learn to have conversation with people who don't always accept everything that you might practice or adhere to. It's very important to have that conversation. Um, you're putting another log on the cauldron fire, Guioin, Bach. You hopefully know the Awen will pour out on your hand, and Keradun will get all mad and chase you around and eat you up. Let's see here. The channel is Oasis of Goodness, where the trolls get trolled. Oh, yes. Trolls, you are welcome here. We will have a good time with you. I will feed you. I will feed you. You ever see that one where the Hulk is getting absorbed by this entity that can absorb power? He's like, screw you, just take it all. Take it all. And the enemy is eventually destroyed, right? Because it can't handle all of that energy, all of that power from the Hulk, right? He's got all this infinite rage inside of him. It's like, come, take it all, go ahead. See what happens. And the being gets consumed by it. That's what it's like here for a troll, right? Go ahead. Do your best shot, right? The Lord of Light is going to get you. Oh, in the backside? Is that what you're aiming for? He's got a flashlight down there. Yeah, the Lord of Light. That's what you call it. Be a loving person, and you are welcome here. Yeah. Some of the ideas that people bring on you are terrible, and you will be moderated. There's a lot of people with terrible ideas that you might be welcome here, but the moderators will work with you and try to reform the way you think, right? This happens sometimes on our Discord server. The moderators will work with you, right? To try to help you to understand that this is a place of courtesy. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Boys to Men is still keeping up the groove. Boys to Men, BBD, the East Coast family, right? We loved, those were like some of the greatest musicians of that time period. Boys to Men, the power of their love songs, right? The power and energy of that group, and their fathers in terms of the industry, Belle Biv DeVoe. I mean, that was some powerful music going back to the New Edition and Bobby Brown. That was some powerful music of my childhood, right? Bobby Brown. I mean, he really knew how to get into that creativity, right? Despite all of his problems in his relationships and stuff and drug use. I mean, he was a very powerful musician, right? What is bordering on insanity? Me, Kiwi, right here from New Zealand, our good friend. I am bordering on insanity right here. I go back and forth over the boundary, and I return back with wonderful conversation. Don't forget, like button, there it is. Oh my, right there, you see it? Oh, I need 10 more. We need 99 balloons, right? I'm wondering, are the mods real people or AI? All AI. Gwendolyn here is my AI friend, and Vixen and all the others here that are here. They're all artificial intelligence, right? Yeah. You can rent them out and for dating services if you want, for the right price. They will participate in all of your debauchery. Yeah. I mean, men to seniors, pretty much, right? All boys to men, they're all old people now, right? My day is going wonderful. Thank you for asking, my friend from New Zealand. Let's see here. An AI insect Zerg hybrid there. The Zerg. Yeah, he is also one of our wonderful AI hybrids. Yeah. Yeah. Knight of Cypher, he has a powerful unit called a Steely Dan that he can utilize on you for your pleasure, right? For the right price. All of my AI moderators here, they do a wonderful job providing sexual pleasure for all people. Oh my, look at more likes. Help about out. Eat more. Spiritual entertainment. I cannot leave until I see 100. I cannot leave. Yeah. Mr. AI Mod, how are you today? Is your server cold enough? Do you need me to bring some water? Well, I don't understand the context for that, right? Bring me virgins for myself. Oh my. I'm making a cult. No, I don't need to make it. It's already here. Gaijin Entertainment. I am a cult leader and I am proud of it. We have a wonderful cult here. And there's nothing wrong with having a cult. Cults are fun. I mean, you have all these other cults that have given cults bad names, right? But I make my cult, we have a good time, right? We are a good time cult. So there's nothing wrong with having a cult. Gwen wants to take a bite out of it, a BYTE bite. Look at that. Our AI love machine is, we have this, you're going to see in terms of people's sexuality, the integration into the machine. I mean, what's going to happen with that, right? That's certainly going to be interesting to see in the future as we integrate more into our technology, right? Man is fire breathing. Oh my, I got some fires coming out through the airwaves here into your experience. What is this cult about? Lizard humans, flat earth? Yes, all of that. We are reptilians in nature. But we are not flat earthers. That is a heresy of our movement. We are triangle earthers. The earth is a triangle that goes through the cosmos on the back of a beautiful tortoise, right? That is the truth, right? You see the moon behind me? The moon is not a sphere. It is just a circle in the sky. Therefore, your entertainment leisure, really, right? That's what my cult is about, right? We are reptilian. Yeah, I am a reptilian. We've been around on your planet for a long time, trying to dominate and control your species. We have enslaved you in various forms of worship. Look at Ricky, the good Christian Spanish man, loser being sacrilegious on Sunday. You're just being yourself on Sunday, an evil Christian, right? Not loving your enemies, not blessing those who curse you. Just being who you are, right? Cool Hand Mountain Man is here. Cool Hand Mountain Man has picked up an interesting book by Thomas Merton, New Seeds of Contemplation. A wonderful book. Thomas Merton was a Roman Catholic monk that wanted to engage the world in its spiritual essence. So he became a Buddhist, amongst other things, trying to love the world around him, right? So he has some interesting philosophies that are from a Roman Catholic perspective, right? But he was a great influence on me. I have lots of his books in my closet. New Seeds of Contemplation was my first, by Thomas Merton. He was a wonderful human being, Thomas Merton. Ricky was a young boy. He had a heart of stone. He went to the church to try to make it right, but he just became more dead inside. Poor Ricky. Poor Ricky's always got to be an asshole with his religion. The earth is round. I hate to break it to you. No shit. Don't you understand humor, right? I mean, these people are so terrible. They don't recognize satire or comedy. They take everything I say seriously because it empowers them to do so, right? It makes them feel they have purpose in life. It makes their religion more real to them, right? Yeah, you're looking forward to digging into it. Look at you. All right. Oh, we're at Skid Row. You know it, my friend. Skid Row. Sebastian Bach. Yeah, I love his music, right? But he is like, all you see is him, right? He has got this tendency of glowing, right? In terms of how he presents himself. My favorite was watching him on Ricky Lake. They had a show about marijuana use, I mean, he was funny on there. Ricky Lake. I don't know if some of you remember that. One of my favorite. This show was about marijuana, and the people on there, they were wanting their boyfriends or girlfriends to stop using marijuana. I'll never forget this phrase. I remember sitting there. I was high. It was like 1992 or something, and I'm watching Ricky Lake and all them talking about marijuana. We all watched this religiously, right? Because back then you didn't have choice what you could watch in TV now. So when it was advertised that Ricky Lake would be talking about marijuana use and stuff, all of us potheads, we got together to watch it like religiously. Like, yes, reefer, we're all for it, right? And this gentleman, his girlfriend's complaining about his use of marijuana. And he says to Ricky, like, she might not always be there, but weed will. I'm like, what a great philosophy, right? It's such a powerful words. I said that to when my girlfriend, now wife, she was talking about my D&D playing. I'm like, you might not always be there, but Dungeons and Dragons will, right? As a jest, right? The background music is Skid Row, always, right? Right? Woke up to hear the sound of pouring rain. The wind would whisper, and I would think of you. All the tears you've cried have called my name, and when you needed me, I came through. That's all I remember. That was like the love song. That was the shit, right? When that came out, what was that, 1989 or something? That was like the most powerful love song ever. We all memorized it to romance our girlfriends and stuff. We'd all get drunk and cry together and sing the song when we're in heartbreak. Very powerful song. That was like one of the most powerful love songs ever by Skid Row, right? Beautiful, I Will Remember You. Very powerful. Listen to it. Go Google it and listen to it. It's a very powerful love song, right? Oh, man. Story time. What's a movie closest to revealing the truth of Satan? Wallace and Gromit. The cheese and the crackers tell you all the secrets there. Watch it on Discord. Yeah, that would be fun. Probably next weekend, we're going to watch Reefer Madness. I still have to plan it out. We're a community watch party we're going to have. Join our community. Right there, join button. You can small, medium, or large coffee. You can watch Reefer Madness with us. Last month, we watched at the beginning of the month this wonderful parody of Jack Chick, Darkest Dungeon. And it's about the satanic panic and how D&D leads you into Satanism. It did for me. Once I started playing D&D in the early 80s, I was all about the devil all the time. Let's see here. The Devil's Lettuce. Oh, yes. Ricky doesn't like D&D. Yeah. Oh, tinfoil hat. We got to 100. We are one behind. One behind, my friend. When I drop down into the early 30s here, I will call it a day. I'll keep going for you. The spiritual entertainment. Oh, there's 100. It never ends. The spiritual entertainment must continue on. Thank you for all of your support, my friends. I must continue this great work. Who else is doing it? Where else do you find spirituality and comedy together every day? Who else can talk for 2 hours straight every day? Who else is doing this shit, right? Yeah, I'm glad that there's people commenting. When I first started this, it was like, crickets were in the air. So I would just have to keep talking to myself, basically, for a few hours about whatever, right? So we've come a long way in terms of conversation, right? Join us. Yeah, that was an awesome flick. Yeah, yeah. Ricky joined us. We're glad. Mark O'Farrell, I gave you 100 likes, even though I don't like you. Well, thank you. We all make our way here, right? At some point. We went back to 99. What the hell is that shit? And now I have to stay here even longer, right? To get it back up there. We are more receptive than the zombies, yeah. I rock, thank you. It is true. Raleigh. Raleigh making everything jolly once again. Nothing like a good Raleigh in the morning. You are really cool. I know. I was born that way. Um, I was born that way. We were born to rock, right? I'm a dad. Yes, I am a dad. I have 8 children and 3 grandchildren. I'm a proud father. I love my children very much. Yeah. My oldest son is getting married in September. My oldest daughter is married, and I have 3 grandchildren. Getting them all the house eventually, right? Um, where are we at here? Thank you, my friend. Now you is famous Holy One. Yeah, I am holy to you, right? I am your Lord and Savior. I don't mind being your Lord and Savior. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube personalities like Lord Nicholas McKennis, who's a savior, right? Why can't I be a savior too? You know, it would be great. Zerg, getting 3 of us together on your show, doing an interview with Lord Nicholas, myself, and the other guy who wears all that jewelry and does all kinds of chanting and shit. I could never understand where he was going. That would be a fun show, wouldn't it? Yeah, Lindsey Graham died, right? We don't do the politics here. Yeah, he was my favorite closeted gay politician, Lindsey Graham, right? It was my famous, it's sad to see him go. I was hoping he'd come out of the closet eventually, but his politics had restricted him so much from doing that. Only the bard can do as the bard does. Spread your spiritual meditations henceforth. Go now not as a conqueror, but as a quiet storm. Scatter seeds of wonder into the minds, growing barren with certainty. Yeah, certainty is such a deception, isn't it? Let's see. Your family is lucky. Yeah, they are, right? To have me, certainly. And I am lucky, certainly, to have them, right? Oh, Ashley, our wonderful friend. She has a beautiful voice. She sang me happy birthday the other day. You have a beautiful voice, Ashley. Thank you for that wonderful jingle that you shared with me. I'm going to reach out. We can find folks. There'll be a bunch of them. Yeah. You can do an interview of us together, the spiritual entertainers of YouTube. Get Drip with 2 P's. Yeah, I am Bod with 1 B. He is Drip with 2 P's. Yeah, he's an entertainer, right? I try to be an entertainer with some substance and not just showmanship, but to try to give you some context and things that you might find helpful or beneficial to your life at some point, right? You're on vacation, but you're back now. Yeah, I've been enjoying all of your YouTube shorts while you were out. Yep. All of our goblin friends are here. Yep. We've got a goblin family. We have all kinds of wonderful people. And we've come to the conclusion of our broadcast for today. Parting is such sweet sorrow. But I will be back later today around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to play some video games on here to stream. I don't know what my community members want to do. We'll do some games together. Maybe 7 Days to Die again, because that seems to be the easiest one that anybody can. I mean, I can have 8 people on my server, and it's cross-platform. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We'll see what the consensus is. Or maybe they just want me to play a game by myself. Maybe Oblivion Remastered again, right? We will see. But tomorrow I should be around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got a doctor's appointment. It's got to shove all these things up my back to deal with my arthritis here, all these injections and things. All right, my friends, you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you later on today with some video gaming. Have a great rest of your day.